Hello everybody, it's Mimberly and welcome back to the channel. So, Zayne's myth dropped. I'm so sad that I didn't record my pause because I legitimately threw my phone. It was bad. I lost my 50-50 both times. First time I lost it to Caleb. Then I got the first card early, which kind of made up for it. And then on the second card, he took me all the way down to 65 pity. So I only had 5 wishes left until I got the guarantee. Only to lose the 50-50 again to fucking Xavier. And thankfully I was only 4 wishes off of getting the crate, so I just got the crate and then bada bing bada boom, Zayne's now mine. But fuck him, honestly. So, we're getting straight on to the myth. I'm scared because now that I think about it, I don't think my mascara is waterproof. Oh, this looks familiar. Last time we saw this was Dragon Silence Myth. Cold, mysterious, and desolate. Between the skeletal, jagged mountain ridges, 7 colossal gates rise in layers. They reach for the heavens. Here lies a forbidden realm where even the dead may not tread. And at the end of the seemingly frozen time, it welcomes its first visitor. Oh.
You are a supreme deity, the embodiment of annihilation and divine punishment. You possess unparalleled wisdom.
Is this Astra?
Turn back. Do not set foot in Everlost where returning is impossible. You mustn't become one of those lamentations who are restless for all eternity.
The Creatio stone from the primordial age. It lies in the netherworld, beyond the 7 gates, yes.
Oh, he sounds so deep voiced, I love it.
You already possess supreme power. Why do you still seek the authority of creation? Beyond the 7 gates is a land where neither the sun nor the moon shine.
Goddamn Discord.
Not even life and death can reach it. Your hands may be capable of bringing about the destruction of countless eons, and your divine gaze may see the end of time.
This is not the start I was
Yet
expecting.
Once you set foot in this realm, your divine authority and radiant glory will turn into flowing sand.
That price is insignificant.
Flowing sand, does he mean that if he goes in there he's going to start like losing his power gradually? His steps no longer falter. The god crosses the threshold at the first gate and allows the surging waters to devour him. Oh gosh. In boundless chaos, time and space whirl and surge. Only an amber-like world remains, nestled within the barely perceptible crevices of the void. This is not the start I was expecting to this. Nevada? I think they mentioned that in the trailer, right?
Niava. She is the most brilliant aurora beneath the heavens. We shall sing of her divine name that never fades.
Bricks glazed in dark blue form magnificent, beautiful city gates. They welcome countless worshippers who are here to pray and make offerings to the goddess. The poet plucks the lyre and sings. Accompanied by music, offerings flow like an endless stream into the tall, magnificent divine tower.
Bricks of mud form her body. Her eyes were created from the purest lapis lazuli glaze. Otome, Ingar, the beautiful twin rivers are her flowing hair, while the riverbank's glimmering jade adorns her neck.
Okay, I think this is a little bit over the top.
She wields a colossal blade to cleave mountains and strike down the monsters to keep them in check.
Oh, are we a goddess already?
Humans emerged from cramped caves.
I'm sure it
built
all makes
houses
sense
in
soon,
the
but
divine tower. They lived under radiant sunshine.
oh, The earth trembles violently as ominous black mist emerges on the horizon. Its menacing claws stretch towards Nevada. In the blink of an eye, dark, heavy clouds fill the sky. Fierce gales whip the river water into turbulent waves.
It's from the Vastrian! Run, everyone! The monsters have
Vastrian?
returned!
Chaos erupts at the city gates as people scatter in all directions. They flee to take shelter.
Goddess of Niava,
Niava.
please accept our most sincere offerings and grant us undying courage. Please protect our homeland from the invasions. Lead us to new territory. Oh, no, my lyre.
Stop singing! Run!
Stop singing, run. Yeah, that's what I'd be saying. Oh! I missed that. The young man, fleeing for his life, grabs the poet and his instrument before running to his home. A ray of light materializes from top of the divine tower. It transforms into a golden arrow that tears through the clouds. Okay, so that'll be Zayne. Against the direction of the fleeing crowd, it rushes towards the distant horizon with the force of thunder and pierces the churning black mist. Nightfall. The rivers Otome and Ingar return to tranquility. Under soothing moonlight, Nevada falls into a deep sleep. The golden arrow from that ray of light rises once more from the horizon and touches the night sky. Moments pass, and then it falls into the silent divine tower and slowly transforms into an injured figure. That was us! The wounds spread across my body and form eerie golden patterns. Aside from pain, I can no longer feel anything else. The black mist that clings to me is intertwined around my wounds. It silently erodes my consciousness. I try to calm my rapid, pained breathing and barely manage to prop myself up with my sword. Why is this body becoming more fragile? My Nevada is an extremely delicate world. It and its denizens need me, but the only one who can help me and save me. I grit my teeth. I don't want to say that name. Oh, is this an enemies to lovers situation? Zayne. The tower is silent. No one responds. A name once familiar is stuck in my throat like a thorn. Yet it lasts but for a moment before instinct for survival prevails over pride and resentment. Zayne! Brilliant radiance containing swift, insurmountable power, I can't read that fast, ripples outward. The biting wind cuts my cheeks. The pain stings. Oh, hi.
I have told you many times. The Vastrian is not a place for the living. You shall never get the chance to return should you cross the thorny barriers again.
You know my connection to this world runs deeper than blood, and yet you... Why do you want to destroy it? Oh. Dizzy and in pain, I collapse, but he catches me. The resentment and blame in my heart haven't subsided, but a louder voice drowns out everything. I need Zayne. Only he can heal my wounds and free me from this terrible suffering.
You...
Hi. He looks so handsome in this, I just want to say he looks so good. Even if you want to destroy Nevada, you still belong to me at this moment. Obey me. I need you to heal me now. Forcefully wrapping my arms around his neck, I bite Zayne's lips. Oh, MC taking what she wants here. Give me. I want your power.
Between us, there is nothing but endless taking.
I'm just gonna move my other headphone on for, you know, science.
Behave.
1 minute. No! Absolutely never am I. Oh. No! Discord, go away! Now's not the time! Oh. Oh my god! Am I gonna get away with this on YouTube? I don't know. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Oh! Oh my god. This early?
Your injuries. This is your resistance against me?
Demand power? They're all because of you.
To seek help from the gods, you should let the gods hear your supplications.
I am a goddess.
Understood. Feel this, and remember what I'm giving you.
Oh dear lord, I need this in my life. I'm gonna have to change because I'm a bit too hot in there. Okay, that's a bit better. I'm a bit less steamy now. Right. It hurts, but his power keeps flowing. Oh Christ me. Push him off. Hey. Nope.
Focus.
I died. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I can't focus. Oh, it's a good day to be a Zayne girly. Don't even think about making me obey you.
All of this is what you wished for, no?
Whew. Oh! What did you... Oh!
The ritual won't end because you want it to. Hear me out. Zayne. Accept it. This is a power only you can possess.
Oh my god, I'm going feral. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Oh my god. Guys. This is sexy fun time and I am not complaining. Not the breathing.
I've answered your pleas and your desires, yet I sense an even deeper craving.
What would that be? I'm fine. I'm just a bit flustered. This is fine. This is not fine. The fact that this exists. Wait, hold on. How many parts are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there is still 9. Right. I thought for a second there was more than 9. I was getting a bit worried. I was like, how long is this going to take me? Oh my god, right, I'm gonna quickly stop my Discord because it keeps popping up because people keep messaging me. Bear with me. The one time people message me. Okay, right, now that has been put on Do Not Disturb, so theoretically we should not get any more notifications. The last ray of heavenly light is about to be devoured. In this world where even death has long since vanished, the final judgment is nigh. Only embers burn as if to represent this world's final breath.
The natural order of fate is no more. Stop clinging to what remains.
The longbow is towed at a crescent, like a crescent moon. Light converges into the bowstring and transforms into arrows of molten gold. Heaven and earth sense imminent destruction. The air is filled with shrieks and wails.
Annihilation balances the cosmic order.
He is the god of annihilation.
What shouldn't exist ought to crumble in Oblivion's hands.
Good lord. The arrows released from the bowstring transform into several streams of golden light. Earth-shattering power is unleashed. A triangular sphere materializes in the void. Trapped within is a golden Azinu. Its beak and feathers razor sharp. It can barely cling to life.
Be gone.
Zayne tightens his grip and golden dust falls through the gaps between his fingers. This bird meets oblivion in the distant depths of the universe, and a newly born golden Azunu spreads its wings in another unknowable place. A snowflake drifting from the unknown lands quietly land on the back of his hand. It leaves behind a fleeting coldness.
It's snowing.
No matter where he goes, there's snow. Sunlight filters through magnificent curtains and casts shimmering ripples across the pool. Within the empty hall, only my footsteps break the silence. The cracks in the blade have been repaired as well. I swing the sword and abundant power reverberates throughout the divine tower. Even my body trembles slightly. Within that brilliant radiance, another power has coalesced aside from my own aura. One whose depths are more unfathomable. Zayne, we've known each other for so long that numbers are meaningless. And we once shared what seemed like the most intimate of touches and tender moments. Yet when we let go, it's as if only confrontation and estrangement remained between us. I turn towards the golden spire standing serenely in the depths of the divine tower. The Engu's spire, containing all the universe's realms within, is the most divine artifact that Zayne treasures the most. Several golden Azunus, their beaks and feathers sharp like knives, circle around it. Another one flies in and disappears in a golden glow. Where is your master? The Engu spire won't answer me. The corners of my lips curl up. His absence is only to be expected, otherwise he'd try to stop me. It's only natural that I protect Nevada and save my people. Yet he's determined to lead Nevada toward destruction and annihilation. Okay, right. So currently, my understanding is that MC and Zayne are currently both gods. And Mimby, aka MC, is the goddess of Nirvana. Now, Nirvana is like a dying world. And she's basically trying to save her people by keeping them safe. But whenever she, defends it, she gets injured because she's using power. So she kind of has to rely on Zayne to heal her and grant her the power again. And the only way he can do that is by being extremely intimate with her. I could be completely wrong on this. So I could be all misunderstanding this. But that's how I'm interpreting this current situation. A golden Enzu lands on my fingers. I let it nuzzle my hand and exhale. When we first met, he promised to make all my wishes come true and stand by my side. Long before the first grain of sand appeared in the higher deserts, before the first raindrop fell into Otome's riverbeds, my feet had already touched Nevada's chaos and dust. All grew under my gaze and touch, and people learned to survive by following my divine edicts. I guided them to build their homes, and I severed every monster's head for them. They devoted everything they had to worship me, and used the most humble word in their hearts to address me as Goddess. An omnipotent guardian, perhaps this is what it means to be a goddess. For a very long time, I do everything within my power to protect every sunrise and moonrise in Nevada, until I met another god, Zayne. Have you thought it over? I jumped down from a boulder. The god, whose name was Zayne, withdrew the Engu spire. His expression was colder and harder than stone.
I have declined your offer more than once. I shall not carve my name upon your destiny stone.
I let out I can't English today. I let out a derisive snort and drew my sword in an attempt to strike, but the blade's light had vanished without a trace before it could even reach him. See, with your immense strength, you can be a guardian of Nirvana. I can tell you don't belong here. Yes, you're like a sun that belongs to another world. If you don't carve your name upon the Destiny Stone, you'll disappear like sand.
Once my name is carved into it, the trajectory of our fates will be inseparable. Are you desperate to forge an important covenant with a man whose name you only know?
Why not? I told you my name too, did I not?
You're willing to go to such lengths to make me stay. All for the sake of protecting these mortals?
Well then, his intense gaze fell on me. For a second there seemed to be a trace of anger? That's not all. I have other reasons, such as... I looked at him and appreciated his appearance. You're handsome. Having you by my side would brighten my day. All I need to do is glance in your direction. Well, will you accept my offer?
No.
Mean! He turned, walked away, and left behind a cold warning.
Stop following me.
Of course, I had no intention of listening to him. In this land, people passionately pursue what they desire. All of Nevada belongs to me, and Zayne will be no exception. He's standing in the same realm as I am, after all. But before I could catch up to him, an unexpected battle left my body severely damaged like never before. It was also then that I realized my body would deteriorate because I fought. There would be a day when I perish. And Zayne was actually the only god who could provide me succor. I see. The season's threads are woven by your hand. The scales of creation rest within your wisdom's palm. I leaned back on the rattan bed and stared at the distant firelight and crowds while humming along to the hymns that drifted over intermediately. Oh, there he is. Hello.
Is being worshipped and praised by humans truly a joyous thing?
I don't know. Ask Mimby. Being praised, yes. The songs they're writing continue to improve. I shifted to the side so that there was room on the bed, and then I pulled Zayne down to sit. He still maintained that cold, indifferent demeanor. He brushed aside the sheer fabric draped over my shoulders.
You're willing to risk your life in endless combat just for insignificant praises.
Zayne, are you saying this because you don't like my people? Or are you concerned about me?
Neither.
He scooped out water from the jar to wash my skin that had recently healed. Then why did you rush into that black mist to rescue me?
Your questions seem endless.
Which means you'll have to get used to it. MC literally doesn't change. In every single version of her, she asks a shit ton of questions, and it's amazing. Although I was concerned about the black mist that appeared, I decided to focus my efforts on convincing Zayne to stay. He possessed power that even I could not match, and he could heal my body. I couldn't let him slip away. Shouldn't you reconsider my offer? We're more than strangers who know each other's names now. I gave him a meaningful look. When he had healed me, I had been somewhat unconscious. However, I remembered more than he thought.
I don't need you to care for me.
I grabbed his hand and sat on his lap. According to Nirvana's rules, you belong to me. You have no right to refuse.
Do I look like someone who follows those so-called laws?
He's turning into a bad boy. Oh dear. I smiled and kissed his eyelid. You can push me away.
You don't know anything, yet you dare to open your mouth.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Although he remained calm, His gaze was reminiscent of a deep pool where dark torrents surged beneath the surface to warn me.
Let's assume the final outcome of us being together is eternal separation, or even obliteration. Would you still accept it?
You and I haven't even experienced a beginning. Why are you already thinking about our ending? Being afraid of a future that has yet to occur is a waste of time and betrays our true feelings.
Then enlighten me. I'll lend an ear to your desires.
Give me your fate. Zayne, give me your name and your fate. I recalled the vows people typically said when proposing and hastily picked one. I shall be unwavering and everlasting. Oh, this is kind of cute. I swear in Nevada's name that I shall be unwavering and everlasting. There won't be any regrets.
Your vow is rather ordinary.
Look, I'm learning, okay? He finally took my hand and slowly spread his fingers until they were intertwined with mine.
If I agree, then I want you to stay by my side forever. Starting from this moment.
Oh, we know this is gonna end in trauma. Promise. Starting from this moment, I shall forever remain by your side. Within the brilliant golden glow, my god responded to me.
Our names will be carved together. From now on, I shall ensure your every wish comes true.
Can you give me my money back for having to pay for you? No, I'm joking. I'm not going to be salty about it. Our vow still echoes in my ears. On the Destiny Stone, our names remain closely intertwined. With that black mist, the appearance of the Vaskrium quickly became the beginning of the conflict between me and Zayne. He did not protect Nevada as I had wanted. Instead, he allowed the Vassian to bring catastrophe and devour my people's homes. I was wrong to have those thoughts back then. How could a god who governs annihilation possibly harbor goodness and mercy towards Nevada? My fingertips are pecked twice, which makes me return to the present moment. I unceremoniously poke the bird's head. What? You still want to protest on his behalf? The golden Enzu suddenly lets out a shriller cry before pecking my palm with greater force. Fresh blood immediately wells up. Before I can react, it spreads its wings and flies back into the Angaru spire. Wait, you... Uh-oh. In this empty, eternal space, golden light flows like a river. It constantly shifts into intricate patterns. I'm inside the Angaru spire? Uh-oh. That golden Enzu. My instincts make me immediately chase after it. Yet when I finally see it, I watch as it plummets into the void and fierce flames erupt where it falls. The bird is reduced to ash and smoke. Uh-oh. A sudden sharp pain shoots through my heart and I clutch my chest. Something strange appears on my palm. I open my hand to see the bloody marks left by the golden Enzu's beak. They dry and solidify into a crack across my palm. Oh god, here we go. This is when the trauma starts. We had the horny for 5 minutes and now we're immediately going to trauma. Fantastic. Love that for me. Okay, right. I soon understood what that strange line meant. The golden thread intertwined in my hair suddenly snaps, and the broken jade cuts off a strand of hair. I hear a silent lament from Otome. Nivea's rivers, Otome and Ingar, are akin to two of the most vital arteries in a heart. But now that one river has stopped flowing, the body called Nevada is just about to lose life's luster. I must save Otome. As always, the sun rises. It shines on everyone's faces and on the river water that lies as still as a mirror.
What are we supposed to do if the river stops flowing and dries up?
Don't worry. Our goddess will protect us. Otome will not dry up.
We should hurry to the Divine Tower and offer sacrifices.
No, we
Only
don't.
then can we ask the goddess to bestow her divine guidance.
I do not need sacrifices. Walking along the riverbank, I can hear people discussing Otome's strange condition.
Maybe the goddess deliberately stopped the water to prevent the wheat fields on both riverbanks from being flooded again?
Indeed. If this is planned by the goddess, then we should follow suit.
It's time to compose new hymns. We must sing and abide by the actions of our goddess.
The worry lingers on humans' faces for only a moment. They soon hum new melodies and continue on with their daily lives. I stir the river water. Ripples spread across the surface, but they vanish in the blink of an eye. They're disappearing too swiftly. This matter isn't simply a problem with the river's flow. Something is messing with Otome. Sarima throws several small stones. The ripples are fainter and disappear faster.
How strange.
Oh,
The river water is stagnant. Is this truly the goddess's will?
it isn't. At least I believe it isn't. Sarimia is the current ruler of Nivea and the only person I associate with. However, I can only tell her that I'm the goddess's messenger. I always disguise myself as an ordinary person when I meet with her. The goddess should already be aware of Otome's condition. She won't let disaster strike.
Of course. Everyone in Niava believes our
Niava, I
goddess
keep
shall
pronouncing
give
it
her
wrong.
blessings and protect us from evil.
I like the look of her. I'm just going to say she's a gorgeous NPC.
Even the most unruly waters will inevitably yield and obey her.
The beautiful ruler respectfully bows. She intends to make me convey her reverence to the goddess. That mischievous mirth I know so well appears in her eyes.
I wonder, how is our goddess? Have our offerings of gold and jade brought a smile to her face?
She is well. Why do you ask?
You've told me before that she is deeply troubled because of a man.
Yeah, he's a bit of a problem. Back then, it was just because I wanted to break into the Vastrian. Zayne and I didn't speak for a long time. It just so happened that Sarima was leading a group of worshippers at the Divine Tower. I couldn't help but share a few things. I didn't expect her to still remember. It wouldn't be appropriate for me to inquire about such matters. I tried to gloss all over it, but displeasure and helplessness surfaced in my heart once more. After treating my injuries, Zayne vanished without a trace again. And at some point, he also took Enguru's Spire from the Divine Tower. He certainly returned to the Divine Tower, yet he won't even see me. Ugh, how infuriating. But I'll admit, I have never truly understood him. In addition, I even know less about what he wants to do.
That man must be exceptionally outstanding to win the goddess's favor. Beautiful roses always have sharp thorns, but everything under the heavens belongs to our goddess. A mere man will certainly bow down at her feet.
You're right, our goddess is omnipotent. She will never admit defeat in front of him. Oh, how little does she actually know? After Samaya leaves, I ensure no one is around, and then I cup a handful of river water and blow on it. The water in my palm floats into the air strand by strand. They unfurl into a flying carpet that's as soft and crystalline as a cloud. Take me to the upper reaches of Otome. Otome River headwaters. Oh, okay, we're getting deep now. Mist spreads as the night deepens, and a subtle presence in the wind becomes increasingly pronounced. The closer I get to the source of Otome, the more certain my suspicions become. This is Zayne's power. Oh shit. This presence is the same as what I've been exposed to before. It's Zayne's power. Is he stopping the river from flowing? Several strands of complex emotions are ensnared in my heart, and the flying carpet woven from water seems to sense my restlessness. It speeds up. Oh. Shit. Suddenly, the river's surface, enshrouded in mist, is slashed by golden blades as several golden enzers soar. Golden enzers. Zayne is here. They fly without delay, as if something urgent is driving them forward. Seeing that I had caught up, the golden enzers cry out as they change direction. Oh god. Oh! As if passing through an invisible barrier, violent winds materialize around me. They stir the water to create towering waves. At the end of the river's source, a monster covered entirely in crystals is entrenched. Strange, chaotic streams of light swirl around its body. Its mountain-like physique is blocking the water's flow. No wonder the river is stagnant. It's hideous and unlike the ones in the Vascrian. Wanderers. The god who has been pursuing it wields his bow as he floats in midair. The mist is stirred and it swirls around his body. Under dim moonlight, Zayne's expression is cold and ruthless. His golden arrows are aimed at the injured, roaring monster standing in the water.
This is where you shall perish. Struggling is a futile endeavor.
I'm struggling to understand their relationship a little bit at the moment, but we'll see. Oh god, that went too fast. The severely wounded monster attacks frantically. I quickly leap into the air while the flying carpet gets smashed into the water.
Couldn't have come to this place.
Mate, it's my
Leave.
Planet. No. Zayne keeps his gaze fixed on what's ahead. One hand holds his bow while the other traces gold runes in the air. He intends to teleport me away. I can be anywhere. All of Nirvana belongs to me. I can be anywhere in this world if I so wish.
Over here. Don't give it another opening.
I grab my sword and fly to Zayne's side. The monster pivots. Perfect. Let's see how sharp my repaired sword is. Zayne raises his hand and summons the Engru Spirer. Brilliant light spills out from the golden divine artifact. A burning mark is etched into the monster's body.
Aim for its weak spot.
I see it. We're resonating. My vision is consumed by refulgent light as the power of resonance imbues my blade with tremendous energy. I swing my greatsword to attack. Meanwhile, Zayne's fingertips on the bowstring blaze with a peculiar radiance. The long bow is drawn, its appearance akin to a perfect full moon under tremendous force.
Let's make this quick.
Golden arrows carrying apocalyptic power pierce the monster's body. At the same time, my sword strikes where the mark guides me. Ah, that should finish it.
Something's not right.
Huh? Violent tremors accompanied by agonized roars shake the land as the riverbed and area of the monster crumble. The dying beast bursts forth with terrifying energy as if it's trying to devour the space around it.
Go.
Several golden runes quickly become intertwined around my body. They're about to push me towards a distant place. By some uncanny impulse, I tightly hold on to Zayne. Our surroundings disappear like rushing river water during our rapid descent. Before my consciousness is devoured by boundless darkness, I only remember that trace of warmth I'm clutching tightly with my fingers. I refuse to let it go. Bloody wanderers, man. Uh-oh. Bone-chilling coldness washes over me again and again. I curl up. In the cracks between the universe and time itself, Golden's eternity's gaze lands on me. Who? Is that my name? I want to see the voice's owner, but a hand suddenly covers my eyes.
There's no need to rush. You need to sleep for a long time.
The cold sensation fades. Warm, golden light envelops me.
There will be a day when we meet again.
Zayne? Why you keep leaving me? What am I doing wrong? Like, on every other banner, you come home before Silas. But as soon as I actually want to pull for you, you decide you don't want to come home. And you know what? I'm really getting confused over our relationship right now. There's a moist sensation. I hate the word moist. And the metallic scent of blood fills my nostrils. I open my eyes. Oh, he's injured. Oh.
If you had woken up any later, you would have been swallowed by the sea of sand.
Seemingly alive, waves of white sand slowly rise and fall. They surge towards us again and again. Looking at the arm around my waist. Oh, God, sorry. Ah! Looking at the arm around my waist, I lift my head. Zayne is sitting against a black stone about half a person's height. He's holding me in his embrace to an extent. A golden barrier envelops us to keep the endless waves at bay. Where are we? Inside that monster's stomach?
Worse, I'm afraid.
Oh?
This place is inside its protocore.
Oh. What's a protocore?
You can think of it as its heart. If this heart devours us and absorbs enough power, that monster will resurrect itself.
We can't let it do as it pleases. We must get out of here as soon as... A sticky sensation on my palm makes me freeze. I look at the wounds covering Zayne's body. A moment passes before I attentively reach out. Oh,
it's blood. You're not mistaken.
Are you actually injured? It's not an illusion created by the protocore?
My injuries aren't serious.
But his blood continues to fall and the golden barrier starts to waver. Zayne, who has always been invincible and all-powerful, is actually injured. Take off everything you're wearing. You heard me. Take your clothes off. Seeing him not move, I use one hand to tear away the remaining clothes on his body while using my other hand to retrieve the water pouch from my waist. I pour water all over his wounds. This is holy water from the tower's pool. Once the bleeding stops, you should feel better. He lowers his gaze and watches me wash away the blood stains and dirt from his body. You also healed me like this when my body collapsed for the first time. He most likely recalls those distant days. Those times when I'd at least embrace him with a smile.
I was gentler than you and your current strength.
You have more words that will incur my wrath.
I don't know what I could say that wouldn't make you angry.
I let out a soft hum and grab his hand.
Why are you helping me?
When you were fighting that monster, you set up a barrier to defend the river, to defend the village by the riverbank, correct? The river's stagnation isn't related to you. You helped Nirvana, so I will help you. I released his hand and noticed something unusual. I gave him a large amount of power to heal his injuries, yet my body doesn't feel any discomfort. On the contrary, it's Zayne who, despite possessing power far greater than mine, was actually injured to this extent. Was the monster truly formidable, or is this cursed place affecting Zayne? Many doubts gather in my mind. I decided to ask Zayne about it. This place is peculiar. Oh, God. I need food, I think. Don't you think this place is very peculiar? My body, which constantly needs to be healed, is unharmed. But here you are, covered in wounds. I suppose this place likes you more, so it wants to devour you more.
That depends on whether or not it has the ability to do so.
Why did the monster appear? How did you discover it?
As you can see, I happened to spot it while passing by. Nothing more, nothing less.
I refuse to believe you passed by your Otome's source on a whim.
Then let's say I went there to clear my mind.
You're a god with a heart of stone. You need time to clear your mind?
Anger, sadness, fear, dejection. I can perceive the same emotions as you.
I can't tell. That monster's origins. Speaking of which, I fought near the Vascular many times before, but this is the first time I've seen a monster covered entirely in crystals like that. Do you know of its origins?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but this is also the first time I've seen it in Niava.
Zayne turns towards the churning waves of sand, yet he seems to be looking at something or somewhere farther away. I follow his gaze, but there's only an endless expanse of white. Hopefully, it'll be the last time too. Zayne traces another rune in the air, and the barrier immediately becomes wider and more expansive. It envelops a larger part of the desert.
I need to recover my strength. Don't leave until then.
Do you know how to leave this place?
I don't, so we might as well destroy it.
How is that difficult? We don't need to wait for you to recover your strength. I grab my sword's hilt and a gentle power flows through my body. This unprecedented condition gives me more confidence. Leave it to me.
Wait.
Oh. I stand on my tiptoes and immediately transform into a golden arrow. I swiftly ascend across the night sky that's black as ink. One moment later, Zayne watches the golden arrow fall like a meteor. It returns to his side and transforms into a figure he's most familiar with. Dust and sand swirl. Draping his outer robe over her, Zayne closes his eyes and silently focuses on restoring his power. I don't think that worked, huh? Zayne spends the day meditating to heal his injuries. With nothing else to do, I can only wander around the desert that's covered in golden light. Within this strange place, there's no distinction between day and night, and the color of the sky isn't clear. There is only a faint strip of white behind the distant clouds. It could be the outline of a spire's top or a broken crescent moon. I build a bonfire. While I'm listlessly piling up sand, Zayne quietly sits down next to me.
The Divine Tower?
Correct. And it looks like your injuries have healed to some extent. Zayne opens his palm and the Anguru spire manifests above it. Aside from the light being somewhat dim, there is no other abnormalities. Here, drink some water. He looks at the water pouch I'm holding, but doesn't move.
My hands hurt.
Haven't you recovered?
Do you typically argue with the injured?
He just wants us to give him water. Resigned, I help him drink the water. Then I recall my harvest from the desert and pull out a few orange carrots. I could only find these. There's nothing else that's edible. Eating something might help you recover faster. Carrots? We're giving him carrots.
That won't be necessary.
He doesn't like carrots. I've already tasted them for you. They're not bad. And they're crisp. Nope.
I'm leaving.
He don't want the carrots. He quickly returns to the black stone side, sits down again, and dons on that dignified, serene appearance. Ooh. Right. I'm gonna go and make a cup of coffee because I keep yawning and it's getting concerning. So I'll be back in a minute. Never mind, we found the backup. We had an energy drink in the fridge. I'm left alone with the carrots. I watch his figure and inexplicably sense a hint of fleeing in defeat. Two days later, I lose interest in sand art once I build an entire city-state out of sand. I soon find a stone slab.
There is no sunrise or moonset here. Keeping track of time is meaningless.
I'm not keeping track of time.
Then what are you doing?
I'm drawing you. I blow away the debris and dust. I point out the crooked lines that vaguely resemble his figure. This is how you appeared when you were injured, and this is you when you let me give you water. Over here is how you looked while recovering. When we return to the tower, I'll put it in the most predominant space. You'll remember such disheveled moments whenever you see it.
Childish.
That's part of the personality, baby. You gotta get used to it. Let me show you something that's not childish then. Using my memory, I carefully draw symbols in the sand before me. Several rocks here had these. It was almost like someone carved them. Assuming they're text, these symbols don't belong to the Navarian language. Can you read them?
This space doesn't truly exist. It's simply a shadow cast from somewhere else. These symbols might be from the past, or perhaps they exist in a more distant future. In either case, they're of no use to us.
Are you saying that everything we're seeing and touching is an illusion?
No. You can actually die here.
A few days later, it starts to rain in the desert. I don't like the rain. It represents rust, shapeless mud, and sometimes overflowing rivers, but the rain here is beautiful. Countless fluorescent blue raindrops fall like stardust from distant realms. They cascade through the golden halos, and their splashes leave shimmering glimmers. If what you said is true, then do these droplets also come from the past? Or the future, perchance?
Neither. They are time itself.
I don't understand. He raises his hand, and the Anguro spire gleams with golden light. It's more brilliant and dazzling than ever before. In other words, Zayne has fully recovered.
We'll leave once the rain stops.
Alright. How strange. I don't feel the joy I expected. There's only a subtle melancholy. When we return to Navia, will we go back to how we were before?
What do you mean?
Will only appear to be cordial when the reality is that we're emotionally distant, like strangers?
Do you want us to be like that?
I shake my head. I know you have things you need to do. There are secrets you can't discuss with me. But I've also speculated countless times. I never thought you'd never truly intended for Navia to be destroyed. After all, there are many things you wouldn't need to interfere in, or intervene in.
What is the answer you desire?
Maybe I was wrong. You might as well tell me I'm wrong. You'll bring destruction to Navia and always be my enemy until the end of time. Then I could steel myself to treat you harshly. I speak coldly to mimic Zayne's tone. Unexpectedly, he shows a hint of amusement?
I don't intend to let you fulfill that wish. I also don't want you to always be angry with me.
The rain's gentler pitter-patter has ceased before I realized it. The clouds have thinned and that white glimmer has become a little more clear. Zayne withdraws the golden barrier. Perhaps sensing its impending destruction, the desert falls into an unusual silence.
Go back. Niava is waiting for you.
I keep saying it wrong. Once the last word leaves his mouth, a tiny cold droplet suddenly falls into his palm. What's that?
It's snow.
What's snow? I've never seen it before.
Your Niava doesn't have snow.
After the first one falls, a multitude of those cold white flower-like specks drift down. My attention shifts to this curious phenomenon as I catch the cold, decenters and note their appearance. All of them look different.
Every snowflake is unique.
It's similar to how every person in this world is different. The snowfall grows heavy and shows no signs of stopping. It mixes with the white sand and doesn't melt. I crouch down and scoop up a handful. Pure sand and snow. They're indistinguishable from each other.
Once they fall, they're fated to melt. Everything in existence cannot escape decay and annihilation.
He holds my palm, and the cold wind immediately blows away the sand and snow from my hand. But destruction is the only force that can bring about new life, yes? I catch a falling icy droplet again. Like Niava's denizens, the weeping that accompanies death resounds as a new life cries for the first time.
It's time to go.
The Angura spire rises from his hands, its massive body settling into the snow-white sand and manifesting a brilliant golden magic circle. As soon as I reach out, Zayne tightly grasps my hand. The warmth he transfers dispels the cold from my fingertips. When I step into the Angura spire's magic circle with him, I look at the heavy snow that's gradually covering everything behind us.
This snow is unworthy of your affection.
The violent tremors and blinding white light make it seem as if the world is collapsing, and then I'm pulled into an embrace that's as cold as snow. Oh, damn. Okay. Ooh, I can tell we're definitely growing into like we're going from the enemies to lovers trope in this, which, don't get me wrong, I'm all here for, but I'm scared because I've seen the preview. I know what's coming. I just don't know how we're going to get to that point, and that scares me. I would still remember those brief dreamlike days long after they passed. In my memories are a silvery sea of sand, the luminous blue rain, the swirling snow, and the warmth from Zayne's palms and his embrace. Otome begins to flow again. People gather beneath the divine tower to thank the goddess for once again granting them shelter and hope. However, a vague sense of worry and unease still lingers in my heart. It spreads with every drop of blood that flows and diffuses into blurry nightmares.
Are you awake?
Yes. A ray of morning light. Oh, we're getting a bit more body here. A ray of morning light shines into the divine tower. It draws a sharp line of light and shadow across the smooth tiles. Groggy, I sit up in bed and watch Zayne dress himself. In a unhurried manner, he puts on his accessories.
You had nightmares last night and cried out in your sleep.
Is that so? I don't remember anything. I suppose I did have a dream. It's most likely a terrible one, which is why my subconscious doesn't want to remember it. What did I say?
I only heard you cry out, Niava. Then you gave me a good wallop.
Where did I hit you? Let me see.
Here.
I look intently for a long time before finding a barely visible streak of blood on his neck. Oh, whoops. It's better now. A few golden enduras land on the tops of the pillars. They cast a golden glow. Dazed, I catch sight of Zayne smiling very faintly. Since returning from Otome, our relationship has improved considerably. Whenever I wake up, I often see him.
You're afraid of something.
I only knew you had the power to destroy the world, but I didn't know you also had the ability to intercept dreams.
I can tell simply by looking at your eyes. Special powers aren't necessary.
I clench my fist. The crack on my palm still exists. It hasn't disappeared, even though the river has begun to flow again. Is it possible that the golden endura that turned into ash in the Angura spire represents Niava? Should I ask Zayne directly? But then he'll be aware of the fact that I accidentally entered the Angura spire. I choose my words carefully. Zayne, I remember you saying your divine gaze can see those that are about to meet their end. So, what you see currently, is Niava included?
Yes.
I see. I nod. For a moment, I can't think of anything else to say, so I can only respond with silence.
I thought you'd be furious.
I am the goddess who protects Niava. If I lose my composure, then Niava's future will fall further into a pit of hopelessness. Besides, didn't you say that you wouldn't let Niava be destroyed? Can I assume that... I smile and place both of my hands on Zayne's shoulders. The end you see isn't necessarily set in stone.
I'll have to be more careful with my words when you're around. But you also understand that without an end, nothing new can arise. This is the unshakable law that governs all realms. Do not even attempt to touch fate's forbidden territory.
Such as the Bastion? I sigh. My relationship with Zayne has improved so much as of late. I don't want to get into another argument with him again. I understand. I won't take any risks. I give him a hug before jumping down from the bed. Just as I'm about to head outside...
Where are we going?
My belt gets caught and I turn around. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll walk around and think about how to save Niava.
Come with me then.
He pauses. His fingers at rest on my waist falter before tightening their grip. He clears his throat.
There's a gift I want to give to you.
A gift? Did you get me you got me a present? Oh my god, no. I can't. Zayne leads me through the city's alleys. On the streets and by the riverbanks, there are busy, ecstatic humans everywhere. Zayne covers his eyes and I wear a veil. At this moment, we're simply two lovers walking hand in hand amongst the crowd. What is this gift?
This is the third time you've asked this question.
Yeah, I'm a nightmare. Every time Kate says, oh, I've got you something for Christmas, I'm always like, what you get me? What you get me? What you get me? He never tells me, but I still ask. I'm doing my best to restrain myself for the third time. Curiosity about the gift overshadows a slight unease in my heart. Yet what I'm more interested in is... giving gifts isn't something you do. Where did you learn this from?
Many humans do this. It's not hard to learn.
While speaking, he walks to a wooden stool and lifts the grass cloth curtain that provides shade.
Is Sagria here?
High Priest? It's been a long time since I've seen you.
An elderly woman walks out the wooden stool with trembling steps, and when she sees Zayne, her wrinkles are filled with happiness.
I'm here to collect the honey and dates I requested before. This amulet is for you. Place it by your pillow. You won't have headaches anymore.
Oh my. You still remember that.
Aww. The elderly woman thanks him repeatedly. After accepting the amulet, she brings out a jar of golden honey. Upon seeing me beside Zayne, her smile widens to the point where her eyes are almost a thin line.
You have a wife now. You two suit each other very well. Come, this bottle of mead is for you both. It's a wedding gift.
A wedding? I already got married to him. A ceramic bottle is unceremoniously given to me. Although I'm stunned at first, I quickly get a mischievous idea. Thank you, but we haven't sought guidance at the Divine Tower yet. If the goddess doesn't approve, then we can't get married.
This is a wonderful thing, though. How could the goddess not approve?
Sagria. The dates?
Oh, yes. The dates.
Oh, bless him. He's like... After bidding farewell to Sangria, Zayne carries the heavy dates and honey. He also takes the mead from my arms. Why did you buy so many sweets?
They're for divination. We need to please the goddess.
How can you be so certain that the goddess will like them?
We can find out.
He holds a date out in front of me.
In all of Niava, Sagria's pickled dates taste the best. Would you like to try one?
Oh, bless him. He's such a softie! Full of anticipation, I eat the one from his hand. It's sweet enough to slay a goddess. Near the riverbank, Zayne knocks on the door of a mud house. An honest man greets us.
High Priest, the wild herbs you asked me to pick are here. Will this suffice?
That's enough. Thank you.
As Zayne examines the basket of unknown plants, I talk to the man named Zapier. What are these herbs used for?
I'm as clueless as you are. He suddenly appeared one day in the wheat field behind my house. I was gonna cut them down and throw them away, but the High Priest passed by, saw them, and asked me to sell them to him instead.
Interesting.
He also paid me to set aside a small plot of land. I was told to let the wild herbs grow there. Now he visits regularly to buy them.
If Zayne treats them as important, then could the herbs have special properties? Imagine it's bloody jasmine, I swear to God. I take a small piece and taste it. It's bitter with an unremarkable texture and unlike the plants humans might forage. Zayne turns toward me.
The herb is poisonous. Spit it out.
Are you sure? My response is accompanied by my gaze. I'm the goddess, after all. How could a tiny plant possibly poison me? But Zayne immediately reaches out and grips my jaw.
Yourself? Or do you need me to provide assistance?
I'll do it myself. Under Zayne's intimidating gaze, I can only spit out the herb and swallow almost a pot's worth of water to detoxify. God damn it, MC. She just sees something and goes, I'ma eat that. Which honestly is fair. We continue walking downstream along the riverbank. The clamorous voices fade to an extent and smoke drifts from the tranquil villages. After Zayne exchanges a few words with a shepherd, we gain an iwi as a companion. Honey, dates, an iwi, and this basket of wild herbs. None of them look like Zayne's gift. Right, I'm going to quickly Google what that actually is because it seems to be some sort of animal and I've never heard of it before. So let me just see what it is. Oh, it's okay. So an iwi is the female, are the females of the species Ophius aries or sheep. We basically got a sheep. Okay. Resting in the shade, I use a bundle of fresh grass to distract the iwi and prevent it from eating the basket of poisonous herbs. What are we doing, Zayne? Where did you conjure these wheat cakes from?
I ran into an acquaintance earlier and they gave them to me.
He spreads the honey he obtained onto the wheat cakes and hands them to me along with a few figs. You know so many people. When you weren't at the Divine Tower, were you befriending every mortal that you saw?
I wouldn't call it that. I merely had a few chance encounters and we became associates.
Those humans are fond of you. You don't actually dislike Niava. The humans here don't annoy you either.
I never said I disliked Niava.
I gently punch him. You could have explained this to me earlier, yet you let me have misunderstandings about you for so long. I'm gonna pull my hair back so it looks like I'm topless.
Yes, it's my fault.
Oh, poor baby. Unable to tell if I'm more annoyed or amused, I poke at the corner of his mouth. Remember, your mouth isn't just for eating and drinking, it's also for explaining. And kissing me.
I understand.
The iwi, having eaten her fill, settles drowsily by my feet and dozes off. I gently stroke the soft wool on her head. Now, can you tell me why you stopped me from entering the Vassarian? You're also letting it erode Niava. Zayne looks away and his finger trails along a young, tender sapling beside him.
A tree's growth. From the moment it's planted to breaking through the soil, sprouting, growing branches and leaves, and finally taking root. Watering, fertilizing, providing support, all must follow proper timing and the natural law. Once what you provide exceeds what it can bear.
With only the slightest infusion of golden light, the sapling snaps. The sound is painfully harsh. You're saying that taking action against the Vassarian would only accelerate Niava's destruction?
You could interpret my statement as such.
Then when will it be the right time to eliminate it?
Not at the present moment.
After passing through another wheat field, Zayne finally brings me to our destination, a home that belongs to farmers. After unloading the items the iwi had been carrying, a weathered woman welcomes us into the house.
High Priest.
How has Nagan been these past few days?
I followed your instructions. I carried him to the river each day to wash him and fumigated his room with torches. He's been awake for longer periods, but the evil presence on his chest still hasn't disappeared.
Let me examine him first. She is an envoy from the Divine Tower. She shall bestow the goddess's blessing upon your child.
I feel a gentle push at my back. Realizing what's expected of me, I nod respectfully to the woman. She wipes away her tears and bows to me in return.
May the grace of the goddess descend upon this place.
I hate when children are sick because it makes me feel like, okay, I'm going to be honest. This is one thing I always get a little bit funny with. And I'm going to say funny because I mean it as in I get a bit sensitive about. Whenever I am in a situation where either a child is sick, dying, or any sort of negative thing happening to a child, it hits me really hard. And I think a really big reason for that is because I'm one of those people where I think I've been pretty lucky the last like basically most of my life, because I've had a very small knit family for as long as I can remember. And it literally was just me, my mum, my dad, and my grandparents. That was it. My great-grandmother passed away a couple of years ago, but I wasn't really close to her, so I didn't really feel too much when she passed away. But, you know, thanks to Cade, I've gained a much bigger family now. And when Cade's grandmother passed away, I want to say it was about 2 years ago now, it actually hit me, and I actually cried tears for her, because even though I only met her once, she was such a sweet lady. Even though I will admit she was extremely religious, so I was obviously scared, because, you know, being from a family from gypsies, like, you know, that's where what my family originally was like witches and gypsies. I was a bit worried I was going to get zapped, but I didn't. We're good. And I haven't really had to experience or go through mourning somebody, and that honestly scares me, because I've got a lot of family members who are unfortunately getting older, and the realization that I could lose them any day now is making me spend more time with them now, because I don't want to regret not spending enough time with them when and if they pass away in the near future. But whenever there's a child involved, it hits me harder because they're so young. And this is one of the reasons I'm so careful about what I talk about in DMs with people. Like, I'm not ready to quite reveal what's going on quite yet, but because I want to get the actual answers properly before I make any announcements. But I'm currently going through medical examinations for an ongoing problem I've been dealing with for a while now. It's kind of been slowly building up to where it is now, but it's gotten to a point where it's actually disrupting my day-to-day life. So I'm currently waiting to have a blood test done to get some more information on that. And obviously until I have that blood test, obviously we don't know what's going on. So I will make a video about that separately at a later date. But there was a kid there just before my appointment, and I overheard them saying that the kid had been diagnosed with cancer, and that made me feel just genuinely so upset. I actually started crying in the waiting room, because I was like, you know, I can't imagine not just what the parents are going through, but the child, because the child was like maybe 8, so barely old enough to really understand the world around him, and he's been told that he's got this horrible disease, and it really hit me. So whenever I see like anything happening to a child in a game, it will naturally bring out the mum in me and make me feel extremely emotional.
Come with me.
Yeah, we'll follow him. A clay lamp burns inside the mud house, its meager light revealing an unconscious child on the bed. His face is contorted because of the pain, and his breathing is shallow yet labored. There's a fist-sized lump at his chest. I've never seen this kind of illness before. Unlike gods, humans fall ill and age. I've also listened to many people's voices praying for recovery at the Divine Tower. Priests distribute talismans and amulets for dispelling illnesses and plague. Other than that, humans can only pray and wait.
There's no fever. and the blood spots on his body have faded significantly. We can expel the evil presence from his body today.
Have you examined this child many times before?
Yes.
Before entering, I noticed several rolls of linen in the corner of the courtyard. They're burial shrouds that were apparently prepared for this child. Do you plan to use your power to heal him?
I shall cure this child, but I won't use my power. This world already has methods to free him from his suffering.
Zayne hands me a bundle of poisonous herbs and a ceramic bowl.
Help me crush these herbs to extract their juice. After that, you can feed it to him.
But these herbs are poisonous.
If they can produce the correct effect, then they're no longer poisonous.
So it's like a medicinal herb, but you have to do it in a certain way. Hello, love. I can come in and eat with you, it's okay. I'll come in and eat. I'll eat with you. I will.
Take the food. Food. Love you.
Love you too. Thank you, my love. Right, I'll finish this bit and then I'll eat. I feed the vicious juice to the child, and then I turn to see Zayne taking out that jar of honey again.
After driving away the evil presence from his chest, we need to apply honey. What you'll need to do won't just be bestowing the blessings of the goddess.
Amidst the tearful prayers of the mother outside, Zayne heats a thin blade over the flame for a moment.
Remember everything I do from this point forth.
Well, on that note, I think I'm going to need some food to get through this bit, so I'm going to eat and then I will be back shortly. Okay, right, so I've had some food, I've had a little bit of time to de-wind, so let's carry on. We're on chapter 6, so we're literally halfway through. It's now 11:15 at night, like 9:15 at night, so... every time. There is no moon tonight, and the stars scattered across the night sky are like glimmers of light on a dark river's surface. I sit by the riverside to recall the events that unfolded in the room.
The toxins in the juice can temporarily numb his senses, so he won't be in too much pain. After removing the tumor and surrounding necrotic tissue, mix fine salt and honey. Apply the poultice here. This will help the wound heal. Then use sheep's milk to detoxify him and nourish his body.
Huh. Zayne's voice was calm and quiet, his movements composed. With his care, the child's pained expression gradually disappeared.
He will survive.
Zayne's actions feel unfamiliar to me. In the depths of my heart, there's always been a faint tremor. It's as if something is about to break through the soil and emerge from the earth.
Clean his body every other day, but don't touch the wound. You can feed him more sheep's milk.
Zayne gives the earring to the grateful woman before walking toward me.
What are you thinking about?
The fact that you're still a doctor, even in the myth. I'm wondering why you brought me here today, and why you wanted me to see these things. I used to think that illness, like death, was unavoidable suffering. Everyone was born to endure it. However, it seems that's not the case.
Illness doesn't stem from fate's punishment. It comes from every grain of sand, every breeze, every drop of water, every morsel of food we consume. Everything in this world could potentially become a source of disease. So if you want to cure it, you must seek answers from this world.
I blink, unable to fully understand Zayne's words, but the trembling in my heart grows stronger. When you healed that child, you didn't use any divine power. That means healing can be accomplished by ordinary humans.
Your people possess wisdom. They will do even better.
He turns his palm over and the Inguru spire materializes in his hand. Guided by his fingertips, a thin, slender golden thread is slowly drawn out from within it.
Give me your hand. This is my gift to you.
What's that? The winding golden thread extends into my palm and touches that crack.
Your gift has a name. The Principles of Medicine.
When the golden thread intersects with the crack, a brilliant radiance suddenly goes too fast, spreads across my vision.
Tell me, what do you see?
I see a vast expanse of flames. The people of Navaya have lit bonfires.
Listen carefully. Why are your people no longer cheering?
I can't hear their voices. Besides the bonfires lie countless people with agonized faces similar to that dying child's. They're convulsing, struggling, bleeding from their bodies. Black clouds buzz and rife around them. They're pulling torches from the bonfires to chase after those black clouds. Then they set them ablaze. The crimson flames ignite the black clouds, and they soar and shriek as they rush towards my divine tower. The fallen sparks transform into flames that lick the hem of my dress. I stumble backward.
Don't be afraid. Look down at your feet.
I lower my head and see countless newborn green plants growing. They wrap themselves around the steps and cover the raging sea of fire. People harvest them, draw clean water, preserve the flames, and sterilize sharp blades with fire. They do it in the same way Zayne did.
All of this, everything you see, you can call it medicine. It's a tangible form of the principles of medicine. Knowledge meant to heal diseases and recover from plagues. From now on, your Niava will never again be driven to desperation by disease.
God. It's not long before an unprecedented plague arises in Navaya. I taught these principles of medicine to Samaraya in the form of a divine prophecy. Soon the suffering people lit fires, killed insects and flies, gathered unfamiliar plants they had never before recognized, and consumed their extracts. They began to ask how the blood in their bodies flow, why their hearts are able to beat, and how their bones support them. The looming shadow of disease gradually fades from Navaya. After that, Zayne gave me more gifts. Iron casting, metallurgy, water management, land reclamation, calendars, mathematics. Each gift ultimately made life more vibrant through people's wisdom. The city-state grew stronger, and my Navaya achieved a glorious prosperity that filled me with joy. That crack on my palm had also faded considerably. Oh, okay. So things are looking up at the moment. Now, how long is that going to last for? In the plaza before the Divine Tower, a massive statue of the goddess stands completed. The crowd bursts into enthusiastic cheers and cries of admiration.
We crafted her body from precious lapis lazuli and traced her features in gold. Please convey our most devout love to the goddess of Niava.
I have heard her response. She likes this gift.
May her majestic radiance and glory be everlasting, and may she grant Niava eternal prosperity and splendor.
Samaraya and I stand among the elated crowd. We smile at each other.
And may this statue, like your appearance, never be touched by the erosion of time.
Samaraya seems to have already guessed my identity, yet she never says it outright. I pretend to not notice her assumptions. Samaraya, no one can escape time's gaze.
Then, I hope that in the days to come, your smile will remain just like it is today.
I touch my cheek beneath the veil and subtly clear my throat to suppress my smile.
So, the man who troubled the goddess gave her his heart?
Why are you always thinking about matters of love as the ruler of a nation?
Love brings happiness and fills people with longing and fascination. That's what makes our goddess shine with joy.
Under the bright, radiant sun, everyone is singing and dancing. Otome and Ingnar flow endlessly, and the bountiful harvest will fill the spacious granaries. The city walls, made of lapis lazuli and glazed stone, become more magnificent, and the poets' melodious songs travel with ships to distant lands. I gaze towards the top of the divine tower. I know Zayne is also looking at Nevaeh. At me. Ready to wave at him, I raise my arm. It was going too well. A sharp pain spreads from my palm and encompasses my entire body. An ominous premonition immediately wells up in my heart. I open my slightly trembling palm. That crack that had been troubling me turned into an open wound. Uh-oh. I told you guys it was going too well. As soon as I hear that music, that is code for we're about to get to trauma. While cheers surge like a tide in the plaza, the Ingru spire, deep within the divine tower, emanates with several streaks of light. Zayne holds a fractured protocore. The monster that had been entrenched at Otome dropped it. At the time, he followed Ingru Spire's divine guidance and travelled to Otome's source to destroy the magical Arai he had once created there. Unexpectedly, the Arai, originally meant to separate two realms, had transformed into a massive monster after accumulating energy for countless years.
If I don't destroy the remaining magical arrays, she and Nevaeh will face an even greater disaster.
But that would be the herald of an even swifter farewell.
Why are you sad? Before everything was created, the ending had already been written. For her, its early arrival should be a better fate.
The golden Enzuru softly calls out as it flies away from Zayne's finger. It once again disappears into the Ingru Spire's rotating ring of light. I hurry back to the divine tower as the stinging pain in my palm announces a cruel fact. The gifts that Zayne gave to me, which were actually facets of a civilization, did not change Nevaeh's path toward destruction. But besides, didn't you say that you wouldn't let Nevaeh be destroyed? Can I assume that the end you see isn't necessarily set in stone?
I'll have to be more careful with my words when you're around.
Zayne wouldn't make empty promises. He gave me those gifts to me because he has a plan. Zayne, what do you intend to do? My intuition tells me Zayne won't say anything. So where will I find the answer to this mystery? The golden Enzuru's call passes overhead. Following its shadow, I spot the Ingru spire in the distance. If I enter the spire, the mark on my palm appeared after I accidentally entered it. If I enter the spire again, will I discover something new? Oh god. I'm not ready for this. I failed to enter the spire. An invisible barrier blocks my path, and the runes that appear on it bear the same pattern as Zayne's golden ornament. Perhaps I need to obtain the key that opens it from Zayne. Hear me out. Can we get a hairstyle where the golden, where the golden glitter is not there and it's just his pure black locks? I don't think that'll be a thing, but if Info did that, please. Hug him. Hello. What are you doing? I wrap my arms around Zayne's shoulders and see him holding a reed pen. He's drawing on a wet clay tablet. The outline looks somewhat familiar. It reminds me of the new statue the humans carved for me.
I'm drawing you.
He looks in my eyes and eyebrows before carving 2 more lines.
The statue is grand and beautiful, but the face is too rigid. It's lacking a certain charm.
His gaze flits between my face and the clay tablet.
Now I can say it's 70 to 80% accurate.
It does look like me.
Niava's denizens have never seen your real face, but someone ought to remember your appearance. However, what they should recall with even greater clarity is everything you've done for them.
My appearance isn't important. Humans remembering what that statue looks like is enough. Zayne smiles faintly and carefully sets the clay tablet aside.
So this will only belong to me.
I look at his chest where one pendant stands out conspicuously among the golden ornaments. It's the same as the runic pattern on that barrier of the Engeru Spire. If I get it, I'll be able to enter. I feel slightly guilty, but I must know what Zayne plans to do. Otherwise, I'm afraid there will be consequences that I can never undo in the future. Zayne, there's a full moon tonight. Shall we go outside to look at it?
All right.
See, I feel like this is the beginning to the end, peeps. I'm just saying. I'm really worried. I'm changing the audio on my headphones. There you go. Beautiful. The moonlight is hazy. Far away, the sounds of singing and dancing from the city can still be heard, but they quickly fade into the night wind and soft chirping of insects. On the terrace of the Divine Tower, I arrange the food I bought from the market on a table and sit down next to Zayne on the rattan bed. Try some. I requested these honeyed sweets be made according to your preferences.
Cinnamon, pine nuts, and cashews. Although it's delicious, it's a little bland.
That's impossible. I watched them make these myself. They added this much honey.
It's very bland.
God damn it. I watch Zayne skeptically as he eats 2 more pieces with the same unfazed expression. I think for a moment, before tentatively leaning in to give him a kiss. You're lying. It's so sweet. I scramble to find water, but he catches me with one arm and pulls me back.
Aren't we admiring the moon?
I'm trying to get some water.
The water is over here.
Once I drink it, he continues to hold my hand and allows me to rest against his chest as we appreciate the moon. Now, see, this is reminding me of the jade carving Moonlit Dream card, because they were referencing the moon a lot in that too. The pendant is right before my eyes. Its radiance is so bright that it almost hurts to look at it. A long time passes. Oh, seduce him or make him intoxicated. These are both fantastic options. We know what happens when he gets intoxicated from absolute zeal. So let's seduce him. Zayne? Uh-oh. This music's on. Oh, fuck my monetization at this point. The moonlight is beautiful. Wouldn't it be a bit of a waste if we didn't do something? He's caught off guard, his gaze drifting to the places my clothing conceals.
Your body is...
Does it only have to be when my body is on the verge of collapse?
We're outside.
The Divine Tower is in its entirety is mine. And you also belong to me. Doesn't matter. To keep him from finding more excuses, I put a sweet into my mouth, wrap my arms around his neck, and lean down. Because again, info'd like to go a bit too quickly for me. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's a good day to die. Oh, good lord. Okay. The sweet easily stirs up feelings of pleasure, but when savored more carefully, it becomes far more intoxicating. In the narrow space of our mingled breaths, Zayne slightly turns his head away to avoid my eager pursuit. The kiss that misses its mark lands on the corner of his lips. It draws out deeper, lingering breaths.
Is this a gift for me, or a new punishment?
I lower my head and rest my cheek against Zayne's shoulder. My lips touch the spot where his heartbeat pulsates against his neck. With every syllable, I can feel his skin become damp beneath my breath. Do you want me to stop?
I should not, but my heart doesn't want to.
Then don't. His arms that were wrapped around my waist tighten. Silent waves surge and churn in his eyes. They scatter with the fine golden flecks from the candlelight. I'm not complaining about that prompt. I'm sure none of you girlies are either. I'm doing this for you girlies right now. My name, held between his teeth, melts faster than the sweet on our lips and tongues. Oh. After helping Zayne settle into a comfortable position, I carefully remove the pendant and approach the Inguru spire. It operates silently. I look up at it, but I hesitate because I realize I'm about to see a truth. Perhaps I'm overthinking this. I shouldn't have deceived Zayne. No, I must know Zayne's true purpose. Even if the consequences are terrible, I'm willing to bear them. When the pendant touches those runes, golden flames spread out from the Inguru spire and envelop me. My vision blurs, my consciousness falls before this golden light, and the cracks of the world open before my eyes. Golden Enzurus carrying threads in their beaks fly past me. Each flap of their wings shakes off golden dust. Those particles gather at my feet and spread out into countless endless rivers in the blink of an eye. Everything appears to be the same as last time, yet there are subtle differences. If the Inguru Spire contains all the worlds in the universe, then each river leads to a different world. But I'm not sure which river I should step into. I look at the wound on my palm. I hesitate for a moment before cutting it. As fresh blood seeps out, one of the golden Enzurus turns towards me. The river it guides also pauses for a few moments. It's that one! Oh god. Howling winds carry an aura heavier than death itself. It pierces my body while hollow reverberations echo endlessly through the boundless darkness. Between jagged mountain ridges, a massive stone gate blocks the winding gravel path before me. A figure clad in grey robes materializes before me. After circling for a moment, the golden Enzuru lands on his shoulder.
Deity who has trespassed into Everlost. Listen to the Gatekeeper's counsel. Your footsteps can go no further.
I seek whatever lies behind this stone gate. Please don't block my path. He looks at the pendant I have. Its light now dim.
You're not the first deity to set foot here, but Everlost shows no mercy to visitors.
Are you referring to the owner of this pendant?
His divine miracles once shook this realm.
Zayne has been here.
His power has grown weak, and that supreme god is about to meet his end.
I knew that was coming. Unable to tell if my thoughts were frozen from shock or from the cold, I hear my own stiff voice. What brought that god here?
Beyond the seven gates, a stone was nestled in the Netherworld's bosom. The Creatio Stone. It could create life and resurrect the dead.
And if we remember, we also had the Creatio Protocol from the Forestier myth as well.
It rested in an eternal slumber until that god took it.
Creating life, resurrecting the dead? What did he do with the Creatio Stone? As soon as the question leaves my lips, a vague truth vaguely reveals itself in my heart.
Only a divine soul of a certain weight can resonate with it. Goddess, who bears the aura of the Creatio Stone. Have you already forgotten the eternal realm's bone-chilling cold and darkness? That is where the dead slumber.
When those words fall, my heart stops for a moment. The cold that sweeps across eons drags my soul back to blurry, yet vivid, bloody memories. The pain one could feel in their bones at death's doorstep, the suffocating darkness. I can't remember anything else. It's fine. There's no reason not to be afraid of a death that has long since passed. I steady my breathing only to realize something. Zayne. He knows how I died. That's why he resurrected me. It seems our fates were already intertwined long before our first meeting in Nevia. What price did he pay? The Creatio Stone is precious. When he took it, he must have paid an equivalent price. I could almost see the heavy stone gate slowly open. That familiar figure enters without any hesitation. Zayne, what price did he pay to resurrect me? What did he lose? The grey figure's sighs are like murmurs in one's sleep, a lament sung for those who never return.
Goddess who has been resurrected. If you dare to endure the gaze of each stone gate and withstand the erosion of darkness, I can let you witness it with your own eyes. The past that has long been obliterated.
I'm willing. The weakened golden Enderu screeches and lunges at me. A sharp feather heads straight for my eyes. The pain is more unbearable than death itself. I dig my nails into my palms and barely manage to keep myself from closing my eyes. While I'm in a daze, that golden Enderu seemingly carries me through mist-dark barriers. It soars to those looming, layered stone gates. White bones dance wildly, rivers of blood boil, and thorns leave crisscrossed bloody marks on a body stripped of power. I see that his figure silently passes through one massive stone gate after another. Only a single golden Enderu is by his side. Warm blood splashes onto colourful flowers that rest on the countless bone fragments beneath his feet. It's quickly absorbed. Countless greedy whispers echo around his ears. They wait for the moment he falls so that they can devour him. Zayne.
You shouldn't have followed me here. My power is about to be consumed by Everlost. Leave, before you're also devoured.
Don't go any further. It's as if my spirit possesses the bird by its side, or by his side. The words I speak transform into shrill bird cries. I'm unable to stop him. Zayne looks at the void. Not far off, a brilliant yet ice-cold lapis lazuli sits on one end of a scale forged in gold. It weighs the scale down while an empty pan on the other side waits.
That's the Creatio Stone.
He steps forward, his slightly trembling fingers reverently caressing it. Once again, eerie whispers arise. The voices don't belong to a single soul, yet there is seemingly an echo of every spirit between heaven and earth.
The Creatio Stone is extraordinarily heavy. Look, that god no longer has any bargaining chips left.
His glory and authority have been stripped away by the Seven Gates, and his divine power was spilled along the path he took to get here.
God.
Give up already. Let us consume the remains of your flesh and blood.
His remaining power coalesces in his hand. He places this faint glimmer on the other side of the scale, yet the beam doesn't budge.
It's not enough. It's not enough. Nothing is more precious than the Creatio Stone.
In his palm, a mass of fresh blood swirls like crimson mist to become another weight on the scale. The golden beam tilts ever so slightly before returning to its original position. That's enough, Zayne! My words can only become the Enzuru's mournful cries. And then his hand moves over his own heart. Radiant light illuminates the vast netherworld. When the heaviest object from his body falls upon the pan, the balance tilts.
I shall exchange this for the Creatio Stone.
Sorry, I don't know why that didn't play.
I will give her a new life and a place to rest.
Oh my god. The translucent gem falls into Zayne's hands as he struggles to take out another equally brilliant crystal formed from flesh blood. The crystal slowly melts into warm divine blood and drips onto the gem, whose color is like lapis lazuli. A long time passes, and the first heartbeat emerges.
Death shall no longer be our destiny this time.
Oh, fuck. Come on, Mim, don't cry. This is not waterproof. I feel like I spent a lifetime in the Inguru Spire. But when I return to the Divine Tower, the moon hasn't even moved westward. Carefully placing the pendant back, I can't help but gently smooth his slightly furrowed brow. He gave everything he could to secure a future where I could survive, to construct a world where I could find shelter. And now this world is in danger, and I will perish along with it. I'm certain he shall pay another devastating price to save me. I used to be sad before. It seemed like you didn't care about me and wanted to do everything that could make me angry. But now, Zayne, I regret it. Those words aren't spoken aloud. I rest my head over where his heart is. I would prefer it if you never liked me. I'll stop you this time. I will face my fate, Nevaeh's fate, on my own. However, the Inguru Spire didn't exactly tell me what Zayne plans to do. I racked my brain for many days and secretly made preparations to the best of my ability. Though I wished Zayne was more straightforward and told me everything, he never gave me the answer I wanted, no matter how I tried to probe indirectly. So when Zayne suddenly invited me to go to the Vastrian, that day has arrived. A premonition of separation and indescribable melancholy welled up in my heart, but I put on a carefree smile. Alright, let's go. God. Having seen it countless times before, the Vastrian is the same as it's always been. Dust and sand fill the sky, and black mist enshrouds everything. Yet Zayne stands by my side and fights alongside me to eliminate monster after monster. When I asked you before, you said the Vastrian couldn't be destroyed yet. Is today that time? The monster is destroyed because of Zayne's attack, and he turns to hand me...
When you fought the monsters
a strangely shaped crystal.
Here before, they'd always come back, yes?
Correct, but they're dissipating now.
It's because their protocors have exhausted the last of their energy.
I take the crystal from Zayne's hand. He said that protocors are these monsters' hearts. Even though it looks as brilliant as a gemstone, it brings disaster.
It isn't merely a harbinger of catastrophe. Its true potential lies beyond that. But for now, Niava in its current state cannot utilize its true purpose.
Must I wait for another time? He doesn't answer me again. I take a deep breath and channel the small flame of frustration rising in my heart into my sword. I slash the next monster. The time spent in these fierce battles is fleeting yet extraordinarily long. The last monster is annihilated. In the blink of an eye, the black mists and thorns vanish. The corrupted land that once brought countless disasters to Navaya is seemingly swallowed up by an invisible vortex. I should feel a sense of relief, yet the heavy feeling in my heart hasn't lessened in the slightest. The ground violently shakes and our surrounding ripple with invisible waves. They grow larger and larger until the first crack appears at their center. What is this?
The Vestrayan has vanished.
Vestrayan, I keep pronouncing that wrong too.
Perhaps this fissure can be considered a wound left after removing a malignant growth.
He stops before it and turns to look at me.
Let's go.
The evening breeze stirs up a gentle, harmonious rustle amongst the trees. Again, that's going too fast, Infold. A stream flows past undilating rocks and stones. So I think this is from like that forest scenery we saw in the trailer. This is the valley where we first met. But it was eroded by the Varastians centuries ago. It became a desert with yellow sand. Is this a dream?
No.
Zayne holds my hand as we disturb the babbling water. It's cool, and I can feel every strand of water flowing through my fingers.
I remember you saying you wanted to claim me as your own when you first saw me. And you planned to take me back to the Divine Tower.
You drew a bow and knocked an arrow, and the projectile penetrated the mountain. I'd never seen someone so powerful and handsome before. Of course I couldn't let you escape. Looking back now, that day was a first meeting for me. But for Zayne, it was a reunion he waited a long time for. When you saw me back then, what were you thinking?
I thought I was very fortunate. The first person I encountered in this world was you.
Was seeing a beautiful goddess fall from the sky an unforgettable experience?
That beautiful goddess was preoccupied with gawking at me. She then proceeded to slip on a stone and fall. Indeed, it was truly unforgettable.
As if we were going for an ordinary stroll, he leads me through grove after grove of trees' shadows. They sway with starlight.
We are in the depths of the Vestrayan.
If we go through here, where will we find ourselves?
Do you want to know?
I don't. I stop in my tracks and tightly grip his hand. If we reach the end of this world, he might leave me. I want to stay here. I don't want to go anywhere.
Then let's stay. I also don't want to go anywhere.
The passage of time becomes insignificant. If we desire to see the sun rise in the sky, daytime descends. If one wished to see the stars, the sky would become a black expanse covered in specks of light. There are mountains and rivers, lakes and streams, green meadows, flowers, plants and trees, and even houses. This place is like a small world created by a nameless deity. It was made for me and Zayne, and we're the only two living beings here. Zayne and I have never been apart for every moment since we've spent in this place. Even a deity in this world unknown to anyone would willingly become an ordinary person driven by love. I'm still trying to use every possible method in our brief time to hold on to Zayne. I attempt to glean any hint or clue from his words, but he continues to look at me with his calm, gentle gaze. He doesn't say anything. The calm before the storm, perhaps? This is for you. I place a clay figurine made from river mud in front of Zayne.
So that's why you were digging up mud by the river for several days.
He takes the figurine and examines it carefully.
Is this me?
It resembles you, no? This is the most handsome among all the clay figurines I've made.
I thought you would make a pair.
I actually did try to do that, but I kept breaking. I remember how you used to heal my wounds. You're more likely to succeed in making a pair compared to me.
Didn't you say I'm not good at creating things?
But you're still constantly trying to fix everything, whether it's me or Nevaeh. Zayne, this world keeps improving because of the gifts you've given me. It has absorbed the nourishment from those facets of civilization.
You're the one who made it a wonderful place. This world will no longer need Zayne.
I need you. I need Zayne. Our surroundings are quiet for a moment.
Did our time here make you happy?
If it were possible, I'd wish everything was like this for all of eternity.
If it were possible, would you be willing to stay here for all of eternity?
I nod, and then I shake my head. We both have things we must do. Bracing myself for this next bit because I can tell I'm gonna get teary. You're going to leave. Am I mistaken?
Your Niava is akin to a plump seed that has already stored enough nutrients.
Zayne avoids my gaze as a phantasmal seed appears in his palm.
However, now is not the time to plant it. In a place that's infinitesimally far from this world, there are errors I must erase.
He closes his palm, and when he opens it again, golden light has gently enveloped the seed.
The proper soil shall only appear when those errors are gone. Only then will this seed break through the soil, sprout, and grow. The time you spend in Niava will seemingly last an eternity. You'll be happy.
Those distant, grand stories leave his lips as if they were a single leaf, gently falling. Yet the weight they have in my heart is heavier than the mountains. So that's what you need to do. I sweep away the phantasmal seed and force my voice to remain steadfast. You'll protect Nevaeh and me so that nothing can get through, and you'll face the dangers and death yourself. Is that it? Why would you think I could accept your sacrifice and devotion with a clear conscience?
I'm sorry. But even if it is selfish, I shall always make the same choice.
He presses down on my hand. As golden light flickers, an object emerges from beneath our overlapping palms. The Destiny Stone? Panic floods my heart. I struggle desperately to break free, but my body won't move. Zayne, if you erase your name from the Destiny Stone, you'll disappear forever and you'll never be able to return to Nevaeh. Familiar golden light pours out from between our intertwined fingers, and the power within my body surges. On the blank stone tablet surrounded by golden radiance, Zayne's name is being erased bit by bit. You promised to carve your name. You were the one who wanted me to stay by your side forever. He looks at me carefully. His focused gaze makes me feel as if he wants to etch my appearance into his memories before fading away.
From now on, this world no longer needs me.
I rushed back to the Divine Tower using the shortest period of time. Unsurprisingly, the Inguru Spire has disappeared with its master. My footsteps echoed the vast hall, yet when I realize I'm the only one in this tower, an enormous emptiness engulfs me. It's like Zayne had never existed. It shouldn't be like this. It can't be like this. I catch a glimpse of outside. I stop and look at it in disbelief. Scattered frost and snowfall drift from the sky.
Your Niava doesn't have snow.
It must be Zayne. He's going to protect Navaya. I must find him right now. I almost stumble as I run behind the altar and turn the mechanism hidden beneath the floor tiles. In the small room beneath the altar, the golden Enzuru that once carried me through Everlost is huddled in the nest I built for it. My apologies, I kept you confined for so long. This is one of the preparations I made in advance. Once Zayne leaves, I'll never be able to track him down again. I contemplate my next move. I can only rely on the Inguru Spire. The golden Enzuru can't exist without the spire, which means it shall fly to it no matter what. And that's where Zayne is. I cradle the golden Enzuru, cut my fingertip, and let my blood drop onto its sharp beak. Take me to Zayne. Last one, guys. Am I ready? No. Golden Enzurus are born from Zayne's power. Regardless of his current location, every bird can sense his presence. The bird I brought back from the Inguru Spire staggers before flapping its wings. It flies towards the depths of the tower. It seems Zayne is still in the Divine Tower. When my foot touches emptiness, the sensation of weightlessness follows. Golden Enzurus weave and dance before my eyes. The sight doesn't surprise me, but there's no river paved with golden dust this time. The rapid descent doesn't cease. Golden threads from the birds' mouths crisscross, interweave, and extend into fragmented images.
My snow won't melt. Promise me you won't cry anymore.
I can't promise that.
Follow the jasmine's fragrance.
These scenes about order or causality spread out before me. Piece by piece, they form the faces of me and Zayne. In the depths of my soul, a corner that was never touched has already loosened.
Now they shall never wilt. To save him from darkness, to be his sanctuary amidst rime and gale. Stay away from me again when dawn greets the world once more.
He's immobilized by black crystals. He's holding an umbrella beside an ancient tree. He's in a field of white flowers. He's in an endless expanse of thorns. He's under a green aurora. He's in front of a gravestone in a cemetery. William's grave. These fragmented images flash rapidly before my eyes. Each one comes to an abrupt halt at yet another farewell. The golden Enzurus bound to these broken scenes let out shrill cries of sorrow before fading away. My eyes burn and the tears that scatter are swept away by the falling wind. That's me and Zayne. That is our past. Or perhaps the future. One end of a golden thread is suddenly placed into my hand. As if I'm being upheld by a pair of gentle hands, I slowly stop falling. Meanwhile, the golden Enzuru that brought me here spreads its wings and flies towards the depths of pure white. Tightly grasping the golden thread in my hand, a brilliant magic circle slowly materializes in my periphery. He's waiting for me there. If everything I've seen consists of memories of what has happened and what has yet to happen between us, even if every encounter between Zayne and me is destined to be incomplete, I will always go to Zayne. God, hinting back at the previous myths and fold. Good fucking job. My gaze, overwhelmed by light, slowly recovers. Yeah, I feel like I'm a suspended wisp in this overly bright white room. Zayne is standing in front of me of more than 10 tablets of materials I've never seen before. Images I don't understand flicker across from them. He's here, but he can't see me.
Aingru, perform another calculation.
I have received the command. Conducting calculation attempt number 271,828.
Oh my god, how many calculations? The images on the tablets change rapidly in silence. Countless calculations flow across from them.
Route Z0905 has been successfully calculated.
Let's not drop my phone. Good job, Mim.
Beginning simulation of Route Z0905 solution.
That's our route.
The simulation has failed. Based on historical data and model parameters, no successful pathway exists. The optimal solution is the predetermined plan you have previously inputted. No evacuation of life forms is necessary. The 271,828th calculation has been completed. All pathways converge on the same result. The margin of error is 0.00000000001%. Should I flag the fatal flaws in this pathway?
That won't be necessary.
He lowers his gaze. His fingers trace those cold images before finally falling to his side in silence. In all the time we've spent together, I've never seen Zayne reveal such a complex and indescribable emotion. My heart feels as though it's being squeezed by an invisible hand. Zayne. What? You're allowed to hide everything from me, but now I'm not allowed to catch you off guard for once? Zayne, you're a... Before I can release the rest of my frustration, I'm pulled into an embrace.
You shouldn't have come here.
Why should I listen to you? I want to counter with the fiercest tone I can muster, but the uncontrollable hitch in my voice makes my words sound unconvincing. Stroking his back, I feel Zayne's warmth. It's real and tangible. Time passes. As for the amount, I don't know. Before those images vanish, a bell-like sound rings out. We slowly return to our senses and gradually let go of each other as if we woke up from a dream. Neither of us speak for some time, and then my frustration gets the better of me, and I can't help but give him a good poke. I told you that, Mouser, for explaining. I asked you so many times and gave you so many chances. I didn't give you permission to leave.
It was wrong of me to keep secrets from you. However, separation is already the best outcome for us.
Says who? I hate separation the most. Nothing about it is good. I grab Zayne's hand tightly to prevent him from trying to abandon me again. Navaya is the world I'm meant to protect. No matter what happens, I should be the one standing on the front lines. Even if the only possible ending is destruction, I refuse to let you face it alone.
All right. Then stay here with me.
I breathe a sigh of relief and take in the strange, mysterious scenery around us. Are these the errors you mentioned? The ones that need to be erased?
It's not just these.
Zayne traces a faint pattern in the air. 2 circles, each a different color, yet partially overlapping, immediately appear.
This world exists separately from Niava, but both coexist within the same universe. The fate of destruction has already descended here. It won't be long until it has no connection to Niava.
He cuts through the boundary connecting the 2 circles. The black circle gradually disappears without a trace. Only the golden circle is left behind.
Thus, the last connection between Niava and this world will be severed like that.
If it disappears, then Niava won't be destroyed?
Something to that effect. As for where we are at the moment, you may think of this place as my divine tower.
You're not just a god of Niava. Oh, I fucking can't pronounce it now. You're not just a god of Niava, you're also a god here. The ground beneath our feet shakes without warning. Sounds akin to rumbling from underground echo from outside the room. Oh god. Please no. Also, I'm quickly fixing my nail because she bending.
Be careful.
When Zayne pulls me to his side, the shaking stops. Is your divine tower collapsing?
Yes. This place is already in ruins. It could collapse at any moment from those kinds of tremors.
In the pause between flickering lights, Zayne pulls open an inconspicuous door on the wall. We hurry out to that pure white room as the sound of debris and crackling echoes behind us. Before us stretch a long dark corridor where wind whistles through fissures in the walls. Its mournful reverberation resounds.
We're heading to the top floor. We need to disrupt the magical array there. Only by completing the separation of the 2 worlds can the Angru Spire reconnect with Niava.
You'll accompany me, yes? He takes my hand and begins walking through the dim corridor. Along both sides of the passageway, there are flickering lights that barely illuminate our surroundings. Everything is dilapidated and decayed, as if it had suffered through chaos or an instance of ransacking in the past. I don't know what my foot touched, but the wall in front of me suddenly flashes with scenes I've never seen before.
My lord, why do you no longer show us mercy?
You have already seen us in the ruins. If even you have abandoned us, then is there anything left for us to believe in?
Are we not devout enough? Have you decided to stop answering our prayers?
Save me, my lord. I don't want to die like this.
The sounds from the images on the wall reverberate against my eardrums. Shocked, I grab Zayne and stop in my tracks. And all those angry, desperate, anguished faces turn towards the same person. Zayne,
They once claimed this world as their own.
There are more secrets hidden behind the straightforward words, and the fragmented light casts shadows across Zayne's profile.
Do you want to continue listening to this story?
It might be a tale which will tell me what I've always wanted to know. Everything about him. If it's about you, I want to hear it.
All right.
Each display cycles through different images repeatedly. The nearest one shifts. Countless transparent tubes are arranged in neat rows throughout a massive room. All of them have symbols I can't understand.
In this world, humans had no names, only numbers.
Right.
Those individuals pursued maximum efficiency and discarded everything they deemed useless or detrimental to their world's progress. They worshipped the principles that would make this place perfect.
Uh-huh. The principles. You taught me. Are they similar to the water management, land reclamation, calendars, and mathematics you taught me back in Navaya?
Those who mastered the most fundamental and profound principles were called gods. In that regard, it's very much like your Niava. So, the gods used their principles to bring their world longer lifespans and endless happiness.
Right. In the next image, healthy children grow up and the gravely ill recover quickly. People took much longer to reach old age and die.
Time passed, and in the eyes of humans, gods were omnipotent beings who granted every request. So eventually, they demanded eternal life.
I remember the day Zayne taught me those medical principles and that small plant that died in his hands. The gods didn't respond to their request. In other words, what they wanted was something this world couldn't support yet.
Wishes went unfulfilled. Only shattered hopes and disasters arrived. To humanity, the gods became bringers of obliteration.
I mean, they shouldn't have been greedy.
We can't stay here any longer. We need to go, now.
He takes my hand again, but he holds it tighter this time. To the corridor. I watch as the fin tubes in the display disappear. They're replaced by images of crystal stones, one after another. There, humans who ignored the warnings cheer for those beautiful crystals. The images on the corridor's walls continue to shift. Humans pursue principles that exceeded the world's capacity to sustain it, but it only accelerated their world's race towards irreversible destruction with greater clarity and speed. Natural disasters and human calamities played out in endless succession. With nowhere left to turn, people remembered the gods of yore. They gathered to angrily accuse those deities, mournfully pray to them, and humbly beg for mercy. Day after day, this facility was surrounded by humans desperately hoping for salvation. When the blizzard arrived, they finally realized they could no longer receive divine protection. They turned and left, their footsteps disappearing into the apocalyptic snow that had never stopped falling since it began. Then my face flashes briefly across the display. Even though I learned about my past fate in Everlost, seeing my face there still leaves me feeling disoriented. I don't stop to ask Zayne about it. My past death must certainly be a memory that Zayne never wants to revisit. Let it remain buried in this tomb. Reaching the end of the corridor, it feels as though I've finished reading the entire lifetime of this world. The door leading to the building's top floor is right in front of us. I feel like this is going to lead to the Kindle. Yep. If this place was once the seat of a world's glory, then it's nothing more than a cliff overlooking ruins now. Heavy snow and freezing winds bite into my skin, and I finally see the scenery outside. Jagged, damaged, black ruins just jut out from the ground like desperate, struggling arms. They pierce the frost and snow that blankets the earth. The world is frozen in a deadly silence, and the settling sun futilely bathes everything in warm hues. Is this what happens to a world that has strayed from the natural order?
Yes. The scenery here was once beautiful as well.
But it's an inevitable outcome. When people choose to utilize truths that surpass the natural order, the outcome was already predetermined. Regardless of whether it's protection or destruction, setting aside these meanings imposed upon oneself, even gods are doing what should be done within laws and the natural order. The trembling beneath my feet continues, but in the blink of an eye, I seemingly returned with Zayne to the Divine Tower. In the place we've protected, the waters of two rivers nourish Navia's endless vitality. When the enormous sun gently sinks towards the horizon, the dry evening wind carries the sweet fragrance of dates and songs from the city gates.
I calculated every possible outcome, but it has already strayed too far down the path of an erroneous natural order.
His calm voice pulls me back to reality.
I don't have any regrets. However, Within this incorrect order exists a single variable.
What is it? Accompanied by a violent trembling beneath my feet, a massive magical array like anything I've ever seen manifest.
This is the final connection point between Niava and this world.
A massive golden Enzuru struggles out from this magical array. Black crystals cover its body. It's not a golden Enzuru, it's a monster similar to the one from the river source.
Watch out!
A massive longbow materializes in Zayne's hand, and I raise my hand to summon my weapon as well. As soon as he draws the bowstring, my black sword transforms into his arrow.
Imperfect order doesn't need to be corrected. True redemption lies in utter obliteration.
God. After the giant bird-like creature falls, black energy fragments drift down, reminiscent of Calamity's ashes burying an old world. The tremors and rumbling from the world below grow stronger. They transform into ripples that destroy this facility. Zayne, is it over?
Yes.
The pungent scent of blood fills my nostrils as Zayne's blood... Stop going so fast! Bloodstained figure appears. Oh god. The Ingru Spire activates in his hands as a familiar golden magic circle projects beneath our feet.
Go. This is your last chance to leave.
You're telling me to go back to Navaya alone? You liar. Zayne, you liar. You never planned to leave with me from the start.
You are correct about one thing. I only know how to bring about ruin, so I truly am unskilled at creation. The severance is complete. This world will no longer corrupt Niava, and it won't drag it down into the abyss. After this, your Niava can peacefully wait in the universe. It shall wait for when it's ready to break through the soil and flourish.
In this moment, I think I finally understand. Zayne, I'm the variable you mentioned. Yes?
To be more precise, it is my selfish desire.
If gods have selfish desires, then he must want his beloved to live. Oh, here we go.
My power has been nearly depleted.
God, my phone is beating for its life right now.
Fortunately, yes, we still have time to watch this sunset.
Why is it being so jumpy now? Actually, right guys, before I continue this, I know this is a really bad time. I think my phone is overheating and that's why it's struggling to keep up, so I'm going to give it a quick break and I'll be right back. But we will restart the Kindle, so bear with me. Okay people, I'm back. My phone's cooled down, so hopefully this should now play properly. Which it looks like it is. Yeah. Let's get through the trauma. Grab your tissues, I think we're gonna need them. Heal him.
My power has been nearly depleted.
Give him a hug. Oh.
Fortunately, yes, we still have time to watch this sunset.
That's not my biggest concern right now, Zayne. Oh. This is so bittersweet, isn't it? Oh my god. Why are you all coming up now? Stop it! I don't know what this timeline is, so that's how this world's final sunset will look like.
It's very beautiful. I should send you away from here now.
No! Oh.
Give me your hand.
Even if it costs me everything, I shall be the one to protect you this time. Oh no.
You actually gave all your power to me.
You've already given me so much more. Will it ever come true, Zayne?
Your wish will come true. Don't leave me. Before the snow stops, I'll wait for our reunion.
As the last ray of sunlight passes over the frozen twin rivers, no one witnesses the peeling of dark blue glaze in time's winds or the crumbling of clay tablets that recorded a glorious past. No longer do devout worshippers chant the goddess's mighty name and glory, nor does anyone listen to the moving words the deity whispered into the hidden corners of the universe. Oh god. Pure white swirls down from above to blanket every sound and breath of life in the world. What was once the goddess has fallen into a silence more enduring than death itself. Within the cold and quiet, she waits for the next reunion with her beloved. At the end of the tower's long staircase, the Ingru spire erupts with brilliant radiance, and that light instantly devours the goddess's dwelling. The divine tower collapses and shall become one of the countless golden threads within the Ingru spire. The lonely deity will also step into eternity and become a silent wanderer once more. Before the blinding white light fills his gaze, he turns and glances upon his world. The golden Enzuru spreads its wings, its brilliant golden feathers transforming in the wind and snow. They become as translucent as ice. The library? It's an ordinary morning. Groggy, the administrator yawns, rubs his eyes, and pulls open the library's weathered books from inside. Cold wind seeps through the gap. Caught off guard, he shivers.
It's cold.
Fixing his collar, the administrator quickly flips the closed sign over.
Why is this here?
He picks up the old book that somehow fell to the ground, dusts off the cover, and places it back on the shelf. The sound of footsteps fades away, and silence returns to the library. Faint morning light shines along the window frame and touches the organized bookshelves. On a book's spine, a snowflake silently melts. Oh my god. Okay. Let me quickly gather some thoughts and I'll be right there. Okay, surprise, surprise, Mim cried again. It's a common thing at this point. I'm not too sure about that ending. It sounds like to me that was either A, this was like maybe we were reading it, like as in we were reading a book and that book fell to the floor and it was like kind of telling about Navara. But yeah, it was definitely interesting that, you know, the MC was actually already a goddess in this one. And yeah, I don't really know what to think of this. I might watch a few of like what everyone else thinks of the myths and then kind of make my own judgment based on that. It's like 10 past 11 at night now. But did I enjoy this myth? Yes. Is it my favorite one? Probably. Now, don't get me wrong, all of Zayne's myths has made me cry to a degree, but the Forcer one hit me the hardest because of the build-up. I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think the trailer, again, I'm gonna be completely transparent. It was hard for me to fully relax and enjoy the myth because I'd obviously seen the trailers, so I knew what was coming. Like, we knew at the end MC was gonna die. It was the same with Tears of Romero. So I don't know kind of if that's been potentially impacting the situation. I do think Infold would potentially benefit from not showing that part in their trailers going forward, only because I feel like it hit us so much harder. Because like when I was playing the Dragon Silas myth, there was no hint about the MC dying, and you guys who have seen my Dragon Silas myth playthrough, the first one, that destroyed me, and then I replayed it a second time for Frida's birthday and I cried again. So I don't know if me maybe watching the trailer kind of to a degree ruined the experience for me, but I'm gonna be completely honest, I did still enjoy this myth thoroughly, and I think this is gonna definitely get the community talking and getting some theories going. But I will admit, I would like to have a version of Zayne where his hair is just completely black, you know, like without the golden threads. I feel like that won't happen just because obviously, you know, the golden threads linked to the myth. But I don't know, but I will say this is making me very nervous now because this is the third sad ending we've had for these long-haired myths. Silas is next. I am now going to need to severely power save to be able to save on time for that. And let's just pray to God that no defense zone doesn't get rerun during that time, because otherwise my wallet ain't gonna handle. But let me know, did you guys pull from the myth? Did you enjoy it? Have you got any theories? And yeah, just let's just have a chat in the comments and just be together during this tough time. See you soon, guys. Bye.